us? Well, we have 4 values that I share happily. And actually, I meant to have this, hold on 1 second. I meant to have this ready and I forgot. But this is how seriously we take our culture. We produced a Beaver Bible, which is our culture book, and it's full of all kinds of anecdotes and quotes of former employees and former franchisees, and even recipes of fun things you can do for a home barbecue. Every new franchisee gets that book. That's the first, well, the second. They get our contract digitally, but the first tangible thing they get from our brand is that Beaver Bible. And it's so important for us that we refer to that Bible, and actually we pledge allegiance to our Beaver Bible at the beginning of every conference every year. So we remind everyone how important it is. And our core values, which I'm going to share with you because we're proud enough, they're in the Beaver Bible, but they're also just in everything that we do. I don't expect that they will all resonate with you guys, but you'll see the reason I'm sharing them with you at the end of the next 4 slides. So the first one is we have a commitment to having a reflex of excellence, which is basically the commitment to do things better, to fix things that are not being done right, or to improve things that could be done better. And we expect this of our franchisees and of their employees. And I can proudly tell you that we get suggestions from our franchisees and their employees all the time, including new flavors, including new procedures, and we embrace that. We don't take it as we're the franchisor and you should do it our way. We literally say to them, we've been known to give stipends to franchisees who have contributed good ideas. So we share in the success on multiple levels with them. Second thing we look for is resourcefulness, and this matters in multiple ways. So what you see here is a converted food truck that's parked, I think this is in Sunshine, I'm not even sure, Sunshine, Lake Louise. Wherever it is, I can tell you that running a food truck is not easy. Running a food truck on the side of a mountain is really not easy. And running a food truck on the side of a mountain in winter is extremely not easy. Like our franchisees really have to be resourceful. So we expect that of the people in our head office, which is kind of the diametric opposite of this. But we expect everyone to be equally resourceful, because that's how we believe that innovation happens. The third thing is curious. And again, I fully recognize if you know, depending on the franchise you're running, maybe you don't want your franchisees to be too curious. We do. We can always find a better flavor. We can always find a better way to build stores, a better way to deliver our product in unique environments. And that starts really with questions. That starts with, why are we not doing it this way versus that way? And again, I think you can only convince your franchisees to do this if you walk the talk, and if you really embrace it and celebrate curiosity at every step. And last but not least, respectfulness. And Larry has heard us say this before. We have an in-house counsel who helps us, and we will often say to her, legalities are important. We're looking at franchise agreement, we understand, but let's look first and foremost at the morality. So morally speaking, do we have a solid footing to ask a franchisee for what we are asking them? And we firmly believe, my twin brother and myself, and my wife is our third partner, we firmly believe that if we have a moral high ground, the legal high ground is necessary, but the moral high ground really gives us a basis on which to talk to the franchisees one-on-one and to say to them, look, we're not doing this to be pains in the ass. We're doing this because it's the right thing for our brand. And if the brand is weak, the brand is weak for all of us. So those are the 4 cultural aspects. We don't believe, you know, we're all for inclusivity and for transparency and sharing. We share those 4 because they're important to us. I share those 4 with you today, not because I think those 4 would be relevant to you, but because I challenge you to come up with core values that are really important to you. Ideally, that should be something that you do even before you start on your franchise journey, but it's never too late to have that. And for you to define the values, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and to proclaim them, is going to be the first step in which you can really start to deliver on your brand promise with your clients and deliver on your brand promise with your franchisees. Your franchisees will not understand your expectations, back to that word I used before, unless you seriously and transparently share with them the core values you have. And that sets the stage and the tone for the expectations you have of your franchisees.